Well, I'll make it up to you. All of the feelings you're not showing when your river soars. It's the truth. Swear to you, I do. Show my love. Can I show my love for you? 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 Can I show my love for you?
Alright guys, finished my workout session. That was one of my best back workouts. My main priority is filming that video and I'm gonna jump straight into the topic. So what do I do to shred fat? How do I exactly shred fat? The very first thing that I do if I want to shred fat, I'm lowering my caloric intake. Right now I'm into 300 calorie deficit. If we are to compare, the starting line of the caloric deficit is 250 calories. So I'm losing fat now, slow and steady. So pretty much the first thing, I'm cutting my calories down. The second important thing, my protein intake. My protein intake is all times high. Right now I'm eating 270 grams of protein, and that's a lot. That's freaking a lot. I'm basically multiplying my body weight by 2.7, and that is fine for me because I've been doing that for a long time now. And that high protein intake will not cause me any bloating or gut issues, along with the supplements that I take as well. If you are a beginner, start slow. For the protein intake, multiply your body weight by 2. That is the highest number I can give you if you're a beginner. I as well try to stick to that protein intake every day. 250 to 270 grams every day. And sometimes I tend to get to 220 grams, and that is still fine. But I try to not get any lower than that. How do I actually hit my protein target for the day? Well, it is very simple. So the very first thing that I want to show you here, the very first thing that I do when I don't have time is protein whey. That thing is just a savior for me. When I go to work and when I don't have time to prep something, I just get 1 or 2 scoops of protein whey, and every 3 to 4 hours I get that protein intake, 21 grams at least, and I eat 5 times a day as well. And the other 2 sources of protein that I mostly eat are chicken breast, and this one, can you guess what that is? That is horse meatballs. Chicken breast, I tend to, I don't know, I don't get used to it. I don't get bored, I don't get disgusted. I eat it on a daily basis pretty much. And the other protein source that I'm eating that has as well good quality fats is the horse meatballs, as I said. So I have these things packed up and I get them into my freezer. I just get 10 packages of it. I eat them for like 1 week because you need to eat red meat, but watch out because you should not overdo it. Cholesterol is pretty important for testosterone and building muscle, but to some extent. The other thing that I made sure I do as well in order to build muscle and retain muscle, that is the rule that I've been following for so long now, eating 5 times a day. When I eat 5 times a day, I try to, I eat at least 21 grams of protein, and I usually get to 100 grams of protein. I have meals where they're high in protein just to get to the protein goal. Yeah, 5 times a day really helps me out with getting to my protein intake for the day. The next thing that helps me out a lot with losing fat, that thing pretty much just, I think, has saved so much muscle for that deficit. That is the supplements that I use. So the supplements that I use are glutamine, beta-alanine, taurine, and arginine as well. I also take spirulina. That's where I get my vitamins and minerals from. I also take B complex vitamins and also ensure that my body metabolizes the protein, the fats, the carbohydrates. These supplements I've been taking for greater protein synthesis, for maximizing muscle growth during the deficit, for dilating my blood vessels and driving more oxygen and nutrients to my body, delaying the lactic acid accumulation. The purpose is to get my body to withstand more stress, even on a deficit. That is my very first deficit that I've been doing, and I do not feel that tired. I do not feel like a miserable piece of shit. Those supplements really help me a lot with recovering after hard sessions. That is a tool that, if you know how to use it, it will do wonders for you. As you can see, I'm getting leaner and leaner. I start to see my legs shredding. That is pretty good. I start to see my stomach getting flatter. I start to see my lower chest sticking out. My back as well. I mean, I really start to notice the changes. And that is my progress so far. The light here is not good, but yeah. Yeah, that's my current situation right now. I'm really happy on how my deficit goes. The other thing that I do as well in order to get to my protein, to ensure that I'm not losing muscle. I might surprise you with this, but I'm also running. I ran a marathon last year and I liked it a lot. And I want to, after 2 months, something like that, to get to my next marathon. And every Saturday I'm running. My main priority is bodybuilding, and I'm not paying that much attention to the marathon. I'm just maintaining my performance, and I'm doing a really good job, and I just want to show up and give my best at the marathon. Not something that I'm that much focused on. I can pretty much go through the whole marathon and it will not affect my muscle growth that much. I just fell in love. I'm feeling better when I combine the marathon and the bodybuilding. My main priority is bodybuilding. The marathon is just something that I want to go through once a year, you know, to try something, to challenge myself once a year, every year. The other thing that I do as well, I implement refeed days. So what is the refeed day? I'm getting to my maintenance calories for a day or two, in order to not get my body used to the caloric deficit. Because if you go into a deficit and you do stay there for a long time, your body is lowering its energy intake. That caloric deficit starts to get your new maintenance calories. That's how it works. You just give your body a break for like 1 day or two. The caloric intake, the protein intake, the supplements, and the refeed days, that helps me a lot with getting to my goal and retaining as much muscle as I can, and if I can build muscle and shredding the fat that I want to shred. And so far, as I said, I'm feeling decent. I'm not feeling dry.